we have a believer on the line.
We do.
So for people who are wondering, well, geez, how are they picking their callers? Well, the calls are coming in slow today, and we're taking everybody who's calling in. So if you want to talk about what you believe and why, now's the time.
In the next 10 minutes. You've got 10 minutes to call us.
You're right. Alda in South Carolina. You're live with Eric and V. Alda.
No, you're not yet. I need to do the button.
Oh, okay.
There
Alda, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey.
Yes, I can hear you guys. I love you guys. My husband loves you guys. We are founding members.
Yay, thank you.
I follow V on Twitter and annoy her constantly.
Them.
But thank you. I know who you are. I recognize you.
I wanted to ask, because you guys live in the joyous state of Texas, which has fabulous food and fabulous people, but shitty Congress critters and other local things.
Congress critters. That's nice.
That is what I'm using from now on.
I like it.
And are going against the horrid trying to stop everyone from voting. I wanted to know if you guys were doing anything to assist in getting people registered to vote and playing with the new voting rules, and how we as a community, your community, can help you achieve more voters, whether they're Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Liberals.
Yes.
Or
that is
because I personally am a liberal Democrat, and I don't care if I want my Republican people to be able to vote and have their voices heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're helping make sure that they get the opportunity. I'm sorry, but we live in Austin, Texas, and the entire city is split up into so many wedges so that it can still be Republican that it's a joke. When it comes to activism on our end, V and I are planning to and want to get real activist work done, and we really want to make that happen. We're just starting out here with Skeptic Generation. We've got a lot of work to do before we can get there, and the fact that y'all want to help is amazing. It definitely lights a fire under our butts and makes sure that we have that as a goal. But right now, we don't even have our set done. And while that bites, I think the best thing that we can do is use our voices to point people to where they can help. And I know that organizations like FFRF have been helping a lot at reaching out to them and saying, hey, how can we help in Texas? They've got a lot of pull, especially when it comes to directly pushing back against laws that are being passed to make it harder to vote.
Yeah,
FFRF, American Atheists.
The weird thing about what's happening in Texas right now is they are they're just going for it, and they are outlawing every which way they possibly can, as many things as they possibly can. That includes required curriculum that talks about Black history or feminist history. That includes next month an abortion ban going into law that is the strictest that has been passed yet. That includes a lot of transgender bills that are restricting access for monetary funding and medical assistance and bathroom access.
Ridiculous.
So there are a lot of things happening right now, and I love that you brought up the voting rights, because that honestly is the crux of it. Everything else is to get people hyped because the media grabs onto it, and a lot of them don't really have that many legs. Like the abortion thing, it's not gonna go well for the people who passed it ultimately, but that's distracting from the bigger issues like voting rights, because it's not as glamorous, it's not as hot button, but that's the one that we have to be focusing on in order to overturn and protect against all of the other ones. So fully agree with you that is the big priority right now. And I personally would love to do something SG funded or founded in 2022.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would be amazing.
We're still driving distance from the state capitol, and I am absolutely on board. But it's going to take building up to do. But
for now, Alda,
going to be.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be ugly if we can't vote.
Yeah.
If you can't vote, we can't continue to have these really awesome conversations.
Exactly.
Because they'll be outlawed.
Exactly.
We can't represent the entire populace because, I come from old dead white guys. And, I don't want them to speak for me.
Yeah.
They can't,
No.
They may somewhat look like me, but they have none of my interests in mind. They don't have any of your interests in mind.
Exactly. It's a business for them. They have a career, and this is how they make their money. So, of course, they're going to be prioritizing that. Alda, I think we probably need to move on.
Yeah, we've got a few more callers.
I love the fact that you called in and asked how you can help. Honestly, for right now, just watching, having these conversations with us, being an awesome founding supporter on Patreon, those are going to get us to a place where in 2022, when people start actually talking about voting and getting out there, we can put something on. Hopefully, I would love to be able to do that, and we'll reach out at that point and be like, hey, get the word out. Let's do this.
Fantastic. Just let us know, and I will be there with bells on.
I love it.
Thank you. All right.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.